What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another High 5 NBA video. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel down below. Thank you guys for joining me as always. The winner of last week's $50 giveaway is Eric Estrada. Eric, make sure you DM me on Twitter at cam_ATL so I can get your PayPal information and send that 50 over to you. Thank you for watching as always. Thank you to everybody who commented on the videos down below throughout the week. Obviously, as normal, I didn't do any videos during the weekend, but we are back starting out this Monday with a banger. Let's go ahead and get straight into this high five. You guys know how I like to do it. I don't like to waste too much time. I like to get straight to the point, give you the high five, and move on because honestly, giving advice in the morning, by the end of the day, it could be completely different. So, pretty much, high five is to get you guys started on the slate. And then after you get these core guys, you pay attention to injury news and you make updates where it's needed. GreenlightDFS.com to join the squad, man. Let's get back on a streak. It was a rough weekend, honestly. Last couple of days, it's been rough. We've had a great, we had DeRozan bust on Saturday, and then Sunday we had Van Vliet bust. So it's great, consistent players busting out of nowhere that has kept us out the last few days. If Van Vliet even puts up 25 last night, we cash. And it's super disappointing when something like that happens. But that's DFS. Crazy shit like that happens sometimes. Siakam ended up going for over 50 and Van Vliet busted. It happens from time to time, but it is what it is. Just you just stay on the process, keep grinding, get all the information. At the end of the day, it came down to Van Vliet or Siakam for me, and the thing that jumped Van Vliet over Siakam last night was the fact that Van Vliet averages more fantasy points per minute with Norman Powell off the floor. As with the guys off the floor that were off the floor last night, Van Vliet gets the biggest bump in fantasy points per minute. I believe he averages over 1.23 fantasy points per minute. His usage rate's the highest. The matchup against Orlando's been solid versus bigs where they've struggled against shooting guards. So everything kind of together, all of the information and the stats kind of put me on Van Vliet over Siakam, and it just didn't end up working out. But it is what it is. I'm going to get right back to it, grind it out, and let's have another amazing week, man. The season's been huge. It's been a great season. Always rough to lose a couple days in a row, but let's get back on track tonight. GreenlightDFS.com, let's get it. Starting off at point guard, there's a couple spots I really want to take advantage of today. And there's one of the games I really want to take advantage of. I like some New Orleans guys going against Sacramento. Sacramento's been one of the worst defenses in the league. They've been giving up a ton of points. They've been playing incredibly fast. Lonzo Ball here going against Sacramento is in a fantastic spot. Sacramento has been the worst in the league versus point guards this season. Okay, the worst in the league. And on top of that, it seems like Lonzo's starting to get his groove back. Okay, his price went back up to about 5.5, still fairly low compared to what he's been all year. It's still only the second time he's been priced this cheap all season, so he's still pretty cheap. He's got the plus matchup against Sacramento. He did have a game where he dropped 55 against them last season, and they've been doing so bad versus point guards this year. So Lonzo Ball, absolutely love him. Let's stick with New Orleans for now. Let's go to center. I really love Steven Adams at his price as well. He's questionable, so keep an eye on it. I'm expecting him to play as of now, but keep an eye on that, obviously. But Steven Adams, I really love the situation here for Steven Adams because Steven Adams excels in spots where he'll be able to really feast on the boards, okay? And Sacramento has given up the most rebounds in the league per game on average. Okay, so that would tell me that the rebounding for New Orleans is a spot to target for sure, and that would be Steven Adams. In games where Steven Adams is able to feast on the boards, he hits value easily. At 5'4", I'm expecting a huge rebounding game out of him. He had 18 rebounds against Washington January 27th, 20 rebounds against Milwaukee. I'm honestly expecting 15 to 20 range in the rebounding category. And if he can get that double-double, I love Steven Adams here in this one. Sacramento, like I said, has been giving up the most rebounds per game on average. I think Steven Adams is going to feast here. All right? Now, I do have a spend up I really love today, and it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis going against Portland. Man, does he smash Portland throughout his career, and has he been smashing lately? It's absolutely ridiculous. We need 66 for 6x value, ideally. Normally I target 6x on guys. 5x is fine. I'll take it as a floor, but 6x is mainly what I'm aiming for. He has pretty much hit that almost 3 games straight. Okay, 63, 66, 72. He's been absolutely dominating. Now he gets a matchup against Portland, who's without Nurkic, who's without like some guys down there that you know it's going to be a great spot for Giannis. So Giannis should be able to feast here. I think he's going to smash once again. Last season he got 80 and 63 against them in both the games against them. So really I just need him to keep his average up. And at the end of the day, Giannis is a fantastic option. I understand he's not getting any injury bump. And most of the time when I spend up for a stud, I want some type of injury bump. I don't want to just solely rely on matchup. But at the end of the day, Giannis has been balling so hard this season, and when it comes to spend ups, there's not a ton to choose from on this slate. Okay, obviously you have the Jokic's of the world, you've got Luca, you've got Dame that you can go. Dame's matchup against Milwaukee is a tough one, even with McCollum out. You've got LeBron, who's an option, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, Giannis is by far and away the spend up when it comes to spend ups on this slate. Okay, Luka's got the tough matchup once again against Phoenix. Jokic's got a fantastic matchup against Detroit. Problem is he's only 100 less than Giannis, and I don't fathom a situation where Detroit's able to keep that game close. You know what I mean? Now, could Milwaukee blow Portland out too? Yes, 100%. So that's a risk always. I have a little bit of interest on possibly to get lower owned going LeBron against Atlanta. They're only 5-point faves against Atlanta. Obviously, it's a great spot for Lakers. They should ball out against Atlanta. Atlanta's defense is dreadful and plays fast, so it's a great spot. So LeBron is a solid pivot option if you want to get off of these guys. But at the end of the day, man, only 800 less than Giannis still. And the way Giannis has been playing, I mean, if Milwaukee blows Portland out, it's because Giannis is already over 60 DraftKings points, honestly. That's the way I see it. All right. Now, let's move on. Let's go ahead and go to guard spot. I got to go with my boy John Morant still because I feel a 50 burger coming and I don't want to miss it. Going against San Antonio, one of the worst teams in the league against point guards, John Morant should feast here. His first game back, he did okay. Well, not first game back. He's been back for about 3 games. Against Philly, he got 26. Then he dropped 41 against Phoenix and then 37 against San Antonio last game. His price did go up to 7.6. That's still not a bad price for John Morant. Earlier on in the year, if you guys remember, I mean, he dropped a 66 in the first game of the year against the San Antonio squad. So, dude's got crazy upside, especially with all of these guys hurt on Memphis. He's one of my favorite plays once again on the slate. I love John Morant again. All right, and last but not least, a utility. I've been rolling with this kid a lot lately, and he's just been showing up. DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray at home in San Antonio going against Memphis. Once again, the matchup against Memphis is fantastic. Guards against Memphis is always a good thing. John Morant's more of an offensive-minded guard, so it's always great. Especially if DeMar DeRozan's not able to do anything once again, like last game. Murray's gonna have to handle things. So I like Murray once again. He seems a little cheap, even if we round him up to 7K. I need 35 for 5X. He's been hitting that fairly consistently this year. In the 2 games against Memphis this year, 45 and 34. So, like I said, 35 for 5X. He's pretty much hit that both times, and he's got the upside of a 50 kind of performance. So, I love DeJounte Murray, and that's it. We got Lonzo Ball. Giannis has to spend up, but honestly, I am going to play around with that as the day goes on. As injury stuff comes out, I might go balanced. Who knows? But as of right now, Giannis has crazy upside. I'm going to go ahead and put him in here. Steven Adams, with the way that Sacramento's been struggling on the boards and they've been giving up rebounds, Steven Adams excels in these kind of spots. So I really love him. Pay attention to his injury situation. If he misses, I believe, is it Zion who's going to start? Zion might start at center, and then Zion's going to be a fantastic play and should eat on the boards as well. So either way, Sacramento's garbage at rebounding. So take the rebounding guys. Steven Adams in a great spot. John Morant, DeJounte Murray, don't need to explain them much. Memphis missing their entire fucking team. DeJounte Murray has just been balling, and he's still pretty damn cheap. So that's it, y'all. Good luck. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. Make sure you utilize the optimizer, man. Even if it's in cheap GPPs every night, play the fave in the single entry double ups is what I encourage y'all to do. At least that's what we count our wins and losses in, because that's the most consistent way to profit. So I encourage my people to, who want to consistently get profit day after day, to play single entry double ups. Now with the Greenlight Optimizer, it is GPP based. It takes a lot more chances than I am willing to take for the fave. So those are reserved for GPP. Even if it's like cheap quarter GPP, if you want to max out a little cheap quarter GPP with the optimizer, do it. It's fun. You know what I mean? Do your thing, but do cheap GPPs. Don't go crazy in GPP because, like I said, man, you're still going against a million people who are putting in hundreds of lineups every night. So in GPPs at least. All right. Good luck, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get back on track. Tough weekend, but this week is a new. Let's get it. Peace.